District 2632L, Battalion 26, Ladder Tower 261, Ambulance 261, Grayslake Battalion 27, Engine 263, Engine 262, Ambulance 222, Engine 244, and Ladder Tower 341. Structure fire at 2566 North Lancaster Lane, Round Lake Beach, near Dead End and Lancaster Lane, East Peachtree Lane. Timeout 2047.
Raleigh, Battalion 26 en route.
Battalion 26 en route.
Engine 262 is en route.
Engine 262 en route.
Raleigh 2681 en route.
2681 en route.
Raleigh 2602 is going to Lancaster.
2602 en route.
Raleigh, Engine 262 in the scene. We have a two-story light smoke showing from the rear. We'll be out checking. We got our own hydrant.
Engine 263 on scene, two-story light smoke showing from the rear. Have a hydrant.
Raleigh, Engine 262 location. If you could have PD like parked on a different area.
Engine 262 on scene. PD needs to move the vehicles.
Raleigh, Battalion 26 is on the scene. I'll be Lancaster Command. We're going to operate on red fireground.
Battalion 26 on scene, in command on red.
Raleigh from Lancaster Command.
Lancaster Command, go ahead.
Okay, the exterior fire appears to be out at this time. We're checking for extension.
Exterior fire appears to be extinguished. Checking for extension.
Building and take some photos. They're working on overhaul. In that area, or have we verified we have no extension? Yeah, we didn't see any.
Alright, time is now 9:07 p.m. We're on Lancaster Lane here in Round Lake Beach. This was looks like a fire near the front door of the house. The firefighters are checking for extension. Sounds like there is no extension to the rest of the structure. And Battalion 26 is returning all the staging units. Again, this is on Lancaster Lane. Round Lake Beach. Battalion 26 is returning some of the units that are staging here. It's like there was a fire near the front door of the house, and they checked for extension. They didn't see any.
Engine 32, we just got the GPS alert from the alarm company. It shows as 485 Brady and
Tower 261 from Engine 203. Secure me additional 30, and can you start at 251 for the vehicle, please?
Looks like you're off the common stuff on. Sounds good, thank you.
Right, 3342. This is a possible domestic. If one of you can check with the male 94 eastbound at Mount 18 and a half.
803 and 338, contact here. Gotcha, perfect.
District 43I, Ambulance 430.
Ambulance 431 around.
Experienced Trip 3 TI, any westbound Torrance, Lansing, 2110. Experienced Trip 3, Dispatch over 6374 TI, any westbound Torrance, Lansing, 2110. DUI, any westbound Torrance, Lansing, 2110. Silver Nissan Altima, Indiana 344 DJVIC IIRA AM. Indiana 344 DJVIC IIRA AM, 1028, Stephen Michael Helmet, Roll, Indiana, Silver 2013 Nissan Altima. Make your case, safely shoot to Chicago, Kansas. Going to be transporting one female black to the following address, 11500 Freeman Road.
Legal action 244, reported.
3810, we're just confirm 11500.
Engine 244 first.
Engine 263.
Alright, time is now 9:16 p.m. We're on Lancaster Lane in Round Lake Beach. The fire department is pulling apart a ceiling off by the front door, checking for extension. Now they have a line pulled, and their Engine 263 crew just reported to command that they're going to douse that area down with water in a second here. So they're really working on getting that part of the ceiling down. They're going to douse that part with water in a second. So they got it off.
Email to limit.
176th Avenue. Here we speaking with Richard. He just caught 4 male Hispanics by his cow shed. And when he approached them, they left in possibly a brown colored Suburban unknown plate, last seen eastbound in the area of 132 Angie Davis.
Going to be transporting one female.
Well, you get 261.
Time is now 9:21 p.m. We're on Lancaster Lane here in Round Lake Beach, Illinois on the structure fire. Battalion 26 just moved his squad, or has just moved his vehicle, so there's better lighting now to the front of the house.
1042, return.
Time is now 9:46 p.m. on Lancaster Lane in Round Lake Beach. I know you guys just missed that fireground traffic. The crews are reporting that they did have pretty much finished checking for extension. No extension. It's contained to that front door area in the garage, what it sounded like. Again, it's time is now 9:46, 9:47 p.m. on Lancaster Lane in Round Lake Beach. The crews have, sounds like they pretty much finished checking on extension. And it's contained to the front door and garage area, it sounds like here.
Lake Valley, move 2
report.
Go ahead and start with your name and spell your name, please.
Yep, Jay VandeBerg, that's VandeBerg. I'm a Battalion Chief with the Greater Round Lake Fire Protection District.
And can you tell me what happened tonight?
We were dispatched at 8:48 p.m. to a reported structure fire on Lancaster and Round Lake Beach. First unit arrived about 4 minutes later, and they found a minor fire on the front of the house that had been already kind of controlled by the neighbors and the residents. Our crews continued and fully extinguished. They pulled apart some siding and some of the front porch area to make sure that the fire was completely out. And our one of our fire investigators took a look at the fire and is working on origin and cause.
And the neighbors and residents, what type of actions did they take, do you know, in terms of controlling that fire?
I just know that it was under control prior to our arrival, and there were no reported injuries and no other exposures or any other related damage from the fire.
And talk to me a little bit more about the damage. Where exactly is it contained to?
It's contained to the front porch area, near the front entryway, and our investigators taking a look at it and trying to determine the origin and cause.
Okay. And any challenges with the fire at all, right, or the scene?
None. No.
Anything that went well?
Everything always goes well.
That's good.
So,
and
our crews did a wonderful job. They had a fast attack on it, and obviously the actions of the homeowner and/or neighbors prevented further damage.
And what about assisting departments on the scene and change quarters? You guys have anything?
We have a great response set up with our neighbors from Grayslake, Fox Lake, Lake Villa, and Wauconda. So all of them responded in, treating this as if it were a major fire, and we were able to kind of send everybody home once we determined that there was no major problems.
Do you have anything else to add on for this interview?
No, just make sure it's that time of the year. We just changed our clocks this morning. Of course, a lot of people were kind of grumpy this morning, feeling like they got up an hour early, but change your clocks, change your batteries. Hopefully people are starting to get the 10-year batteries on their smoke detectors. And, just be fire safe coming up with the Thanksgiving season.
All right, thank you for your time.
Yep, have a good night.
You too, thank you.